Hey everyone, welcome. So if you've ever tried setting up Selenium, you've probably stumbled across a tutorial that felt, well, a little old. Today, we're going to wipe that slate clean. Let's dive into the incredibly simple, modern way to get a Selenium project up and running in 2025. And trust me, it's way faster than you think.
This old chestnut. Does this look familiar? I bet it does. This one error has probably caused more frustration for Selenium beginners than anything else. For years, this was the first wall everyone hit. But what if I told you that for any new project, this error is basically a thing of the past? You know, to really appreciate how amazing the new way is, we first have to take a quick look back at the pain of the past. Let's call it the old driver headache, because that's exactly what it was. A manual process that was just tedious and super fragile. Oh man, this was the manual dance we all had to do. First, you'd have to check your exact Chrome version. Then you'd go hunting online for the matching Chrome driver file. Download it, stick it somewhere on your computer, and then hardcode the path to it in your code. And the worst part, the second your browser decided to auto-update itself, boom, your entire test suite would break. You'd have to do the whole dance all over again. It was just this constant, frustrating cycle. All right, enough of the past. Let's talk about today. Setting up a project in 2025 is so much cleaner and simpler. It just requires a couple of standard tools. This is your entire modern toolkit. First things first, your Java version. The official recommendation from the Selenium team is now Java 17 or newer. Yeah, old projects might still be chugging along on 8 or 11, but for anything new you're starting today, you're going to want to aim for 17 or higher. You'll get all the latest security updates and features. Next up, you just need a modern IDE. IntelliJ, Eclipse, VS Code, whatever you're comfortable with, they all work great. And we're going to use Maven version 3.8 or newer to manage our project. This right here, using Maven, is probably the most important piece of the whole modern setup. Okay, so this is the absolute key. In your project's POM.xml file, which is basically just Maven's config file where you tell it what libraries you need, you add this one single dependency for Selenium Java. As of late 2025, we're on version 4.38.0. This one little block of code is what unlocks this whole new automated workflow. So you're probably looking at this and thinking, okay, wait a minute. Where is the part where we download Chrome driver or Gecko driver? Did we skip a step? And the answer to that is a big, resounding no. We didn't miss a step because we just don't do that manually anymore. And this brings us to the magic behind the whole modern setup, the automatic solution that does all the heavy lifting for us. Meet your new best friend, Selenium Manager. This is a little utility that's been bundled directly inside Selenium since version 4.6. Its one and only job is to automatically detect the browsers on your machine, download the exact matching driver for them, and then manage it for you, completely behind the scenes. It's the hero we've all been waiting for. Seriously. And this just shows you the difference perfectly. On the left, you've got that whole clumsy manual dance we talked about. And on the right, with Selenium Manager, it's just automatic. Every single one of those tedious, error-prone steps, they just vanish. Gone. So that all sounds great in theory, but what does it actually look like in our code? Let's take a look at the new workflow in action and prepare to be impressed by how simple this is. So here it is. This is a complete working Selenium script for 2025. It imports what it needs, creates a new driver, goes to Google, prints the title, and quits. Simple enough. But what's really important here is what's not here. There's no system.setProperty line, no file paths, no manual setup whatsoever. It's just clean. It all boils down to this one line of code. When your program runs WebDriver driver equals new Chrome driver, Selenium now automatically triggers Selenium Manager in the background. It takes a peek at your Chrome version, downloads the right driver if it's not already there, and configures everything. That's it. And this same magic works for Firefox, Edge, and Safari too. It just works. So now that we know the new, streamlined way of doing things, it's actually just as important to know what old habits and practices we need to consciously leave in the past. Okay, so as of 2025, you should absolutely stop manually setting driver paths in your code. It's just unnecessary and makes your tests brittle. Also, avoid starting any new projects with Java versions older than 17. And finally, support for the very old Internet Explorer is now considered legacy. It really shouldn't be a focus for modern web testing. So here it is, your final checklist for a perfect modern Selenium setup. Use Java 17 or newer. Use Maven to manage your project.
include the latest Selenium 4 dependency in your pom.xml, and most importantly, just let Selenium Manager handle the drivers for you automatically. You can finally code with confidence, knowing your setup is robust and pretty much future-proof. And that's really it. We've gone from a frustrating, multi-step manual process to a setup that is essentially instant and automatic. The barrier to getting started has never, ever been lower. So the only real question left is, with all that friction totally gone, what amazing thing are you going to automate